It's nothing.
You live, baby.
I'm live. You know, people still call. Then they be like, I forgot you was doing your podcast. I'm like, it's okay. Hey, everybody, it's Damon Johnson of DJ Realty Solutions. And I claim this podcast studio for myself. So when they come in the desk move, I'm like, who moved my stuff? But it's not. I at least the space out from coming to you live from Office Evolution, the home of the Office Solutions. Anything you need, they pretty much have. Day space, week space, small conference room, large conference room, party rental space, space for meetings, clients, spaces to shoot videos, and of course, we're in a podcast studio right now. So I definitely utilize that when tripping out, spelunking. It's okay. So, yeah, we're at 801 West Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan. The zip is 48084. Don't ask me how I remember that zip code. I think that's from a different generation. Do these kids even use zip codes? These kids. Lord, I done dated myself saying that. Jeez. Your parents say, watch, you're going to start saying stuff and be like, did that just come out of my mouth? Yes, it did. It's okay. It's all right. Hope everybody had a great week. I'm a truth teller. Y'all, I'm fucking exhausted. I am. We're talking about vacation. I said, when I go on vacation, I'm not coming back. I said, because I become work vacations as vacations, but those really aren't vacations, work. But to me, it's relaxing. I don't know. I don't count VCon as work. Even though I know I got to be on. To me, I'll be so excited that I don't know. I do know this last time we went, I went to sleep and blinked and was like, that clock did not say 7 o'clock. I know you are fucking lying. That happened to me this morning. I was like this. I woke up before, you wake up before the your phone alarm goes off. I was like, no. Like, how? Up watching the soccer. But it's okay. It was well worth it. I will sacrifice that sleep. It was worth it. That show has been Trip hasn't watched it yet. And usually Trip and I, we kind of function the same with the series that we don't watch it until it's all over so I can really just veg out. I broke tradition this time, y'all. Shame on me. Where's my thing at? Let's see.
Do you regret it?
No. I don't know. You know what? Ooh, tricky question. I think if I'd have watched that all at once, I'd have lost my gourd.
You think that you'd have lost all your jobs and you would become a crazy hermit in their house just watching Ashoka shows?
I wish it was more episodes. Only one more left. No, then it gets to be too long. You start being silly. Where you're like, But you know what I was hoping for? And you know what I'm talking about. I was hoping they would do a Hawkeye 2 for this holiday season.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was y'all.
There ain't
nobody working, so that's a whole nother show.
Christmas is canceled.
Christmas. What are we gonna watch Christmas this year?
Well, luckily, you know what the problem about the whole strike is goddamn, there's a lot of stockpiled entertainment out there. I mean, if you think about Christmas, we watch old Christmas movies anyways.
Anyway, yeah.
Although I wonder, I mean, I guess the
What about my Lifetime movies? Hallmark?
I was going to say, are they holding out? Is Hallmark holding out? Are those guys on strike?
They mix them in. Like the one Hallmark movie, was it Hallmark or one of them? It's called A Christmas Kiss. They've done A Christmas Kiss 1, 2, 3. So they usually start off with the oldest one, then they work with to the newest one. So don't y'all judge me. I love the movies.
There's got to be I would argue there's probably 50 ones you still ain't even seen yet.
Oh man, I'm telling you, one time I was home last winter, and because they start them early, them suckers start. Halloween goes boo and boom. It's Christmas movies. When I tell you, it was one that I've never seen. I was like, what? I hurried. Let me tell you what I did. I paused it, jumped in the shower, made me a sandwich, and was like, boink. That was the best part of COVID, I think, y'all. When I was like, people looked at COVID the wrong way. We're social hermits. Us hermits were like this. This is fantastic. I don't have to cancel no plans because we can't make any. This is great.
I mean, that's my point, though. My problem is like that. I'm saying, because as somebody who is a sympathizer to those who are striking against the studios, unfortunately,
it's a lot of
the
stuff that we haven't
studios
seen.
have
They
an
win.
arsenal of. I mean, we still watch The Office. Like, there's so much old stuff we watch.
If you told me, Damon, let's go home and start The Office over, what am I going to say? Okay.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is, and then, you know, I'm just saying this out loud for the first time. It just occurred to me. So I gotta put the money where my mouth is as well. But like, we need to, if we want what's better for these writers and these actors, we need to be like, yo, Netflix, yo, Amazon, pay these people or I'm canceling. And what I think they should do, I don't know why they don't do this, but like, why don't you start doing what Damon does? Put a show on YouTube. Put a show on Twitch. Put a show, do direct to market and support them, and then give the studios, because I don't think they're scared, because they know we're lazy couch dwellers that will just watch Netflix. But if we start canceling Netflix,
we start canceling, watching the Twitches and
directly supporting, like if you love Lindsay Lohan and Lindsay Lohan releases her movie on YouTube and you got to pay, YouTube's kind of too big. Maybe she has a Patreon website that you can directly buy her movie to her, and we start doing that. That's when studios, I'm telling you, these guys would freak the fuck out. They'd be like, oh my God, please don't leave our platform.
The guy who, I'm a Law and Order fanatic, the Mashad Brooks on there, when I message him or add him on Instagram, he always responds. Whoever is so great job on your social media, because he'd be like, boink. And I'm assuming it's him. I told him, hey, I'm not a huge creator. Start your own. If you do nothing but a podcast, if you do nothing but a podcast and have your friends on or whatever, do a small independent movie. You can't have all your eggs. I hope they see it now. When you have your eggs in the studio basket, you screwed.
Well, you have leverage. I honestly think the future is going to get more direct to consumer anyways. I think you see kids definitely don't watch network television, and less cable networks, and more their favorite YouTube content creator, their favorite Twitch creator, their favorite Kick creator.
They don't even watch streaming like that because they can't sit still that long.
So I think that's going to ultimately play a big role into things that are going to be the future of how we entertain ourselves. But you could be the first to that party. I mean, think about Joe Rogan. He ain't on a TV show.
Not a TV show. Joe ain't been on TV in forever and has had the number one podcast the last 10 years. And it's going to
be, I mean, that's just a podcast. I think there's a world where you can produce. I mean, shit, man, cameras are getting better and better and better.
Look at our stuff. We'd be like, hey.
You can produce your own stuff, and it'll get to the point where if you do this right, if everyone does this right, these bigwigs that are making $400 million that kind of make us sick, like, you can make them eat those words, make them regret their greedy decisions.
For sure, because I just assumed that, like the rest of us, not even just the rest of America, that like the mama from the Tashina article, everybody hates Chris. You just assume that they had a syndication deal and everybody gets a check. She was like, I would get a 10-cent check for a rerun. What? Like, no. So I'm like for her, I'm not singling her out, but you've been in the business long enough where you know how to produce, you know how to direct, and what equipment, what backdrops to use. You know what I mean? You've been in the business more than 10, 15 years. You kind of know what to do. It may not be as elaborate as the studio could pull off, but you know enough people and have the talent.
I'm saying if you just take like 25% cancel their Netflix, watching your YouTube channel, or maybe somebody decides to create like a little house of artists and you're just paying like the $10 a month for like 3 or 4 different
A
artists.
content house. Yeah, like a creator house.
But like with serious Hollywood people, not serious, but like, C level, B level, why not?
Why not? What else you got to lose?
Get there first.
Because the thing is, and I'm not counting anybody's money. Let's say the actors win. Well, then what? You know what I mean? It's like, do you win your streaming rights forever? You know what I mean? It's like, so let's say, remember how I forget this? It was the when CW became when the networks buy out each other.
Yeah.
Does that cancel out your old contract? Does that go over? Does that, you know what I mean? It's always something. I think
what this whole thing is about, it's a reckoning that needs to happen, because to be fair to everyone, to studios and actors alike, the landscape is different than what it was. It wasn't like, oh, this is a long plan that studios had to screw people over. There's just
it evolved.
Yeah, we didn't have a TV show didn't have a longevity that it has now. It would premiere at its time. People would watch it. There was no like
reruns.
On demand.
Yeah, on demand. I'm gonna watch.
I mean, there's reruns, but you remember, you're old enough. I'm old enough. But it's crazy to think now. But the TV shows you watched were only when you caught them.
Only when you caught
them.
And
that was it. There was no like
because when
cohesive storyline for a season.
They may show whatever episode. They weren't a cohesive rerun. Yeah. It was like whatever.
Every episode would be self-contained, because it couldn't be like you weren't expected to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it would go off the air, and then you would never see it again.
That's it.
So, it's kind of hard to be like, let's pay this actor for, all this money, because it itself stopped becoming a revenue generator at a certain point. But now, things are so drastically different that yes, something needs to change as far as how we pay people to do television, because television is so different, where it's not just like shows that only have one season can still be wildly profitable by going to different streaming platforms.
It's because you know what? You can have an old series that has a resurgence of a video clip on TikTok, and then we're all diving back in to be like, look at the 80s. That I forgot the name of the song of it's not. I think it's Alexander O'Neal. Yeah. If you were with me now, he said, they interviewed him, and he didn't know. At first, he started getting checks. He was like, what is going on? He said one of his managers or kids or someone, his family was like, your song is blowing up on TikTok. And he was like, what? Like, who? The 80s are back. Yay. But yeah, something can happen where here we go again, and like you said, they weren't set up for how we live now. It was like, okay, if Ahsoka came on at Wednesday at 6 and you just missed it. What we're doing now.
And people probably, because I bet there's like a group of people that just can't even fathom what it's like, how television was.
Oh, if you missed it, you missed it.
You just missed it. I'll put it to you this way. It is entirely possible, and definitely true for myself, that there's just episodes you will never see. You will never see.
You can watch it now, but
you have to find it.
You have to find it.
Even some of them are kind of even hard to find.
Yeah, but if it's like a really obscure show or something, you can like forget about it. I think
but TV just was like that. You just didn't. It wasn't like, oh, I'm following episode 1, 2, 3, 4. It was just like, oh yeah, I like Friends. I watch it. It comes on, but you haven't seen every single episode.
20 minutes of you're like,
but the good example of Friends is an old show, but has a very, it's still, the rights are still being fought for to this day.
So they still fighting
Seinfeld, all that stuff. Martin, all these shows have these afterlives that nobody could have predicted, and it gets into the world of like, all right, well, what's they're making more money. How come they can't make more money?
Did you know? Well, everybody didn't get any money. Did you know the Brady Bunch kids they got none of that? I feel low, but agents didn't know any better.
Right. I mean, again, my point is like, listen,
you were excited to be on TV.
Something needs to change, and
to
just change it. And my aspect is,
close your account.
I heard a great quote from Jim Gaffigan.
Oh boy.
And he's basically saying like, listen, you got to check these studio heads because if you leave a child with a bowl of marshmallows, they're gonna eat all the
All
marshmallows.
of them, like a goldfish.
They can't help themselves. Same with these execs. If they can get 400, 500, 600 million dollars, they're gonna do it. So somebody's got to be like, hey, Bob, you can't eat all these marshmallows.
You cannot. You have
Other people need marshmallows,
and it's just
to pay their s'more bill.
It's just wild to me that with the level of talent that people are like, I'm gonna do my own damn show. Like,
I'm telling you, they're fucking around and about to find out. Like, it's going to get to the point where someone's like, wait a minute, we can make so much money by just direct releasing these things. And I don't know why that hasn't come together yet.
But I'm gonna stop you. Remember the crap we were seeing doing code with these cameras? I said, wait one damn minute. Nobody knows how to tune this camera in. It looks like it's a static clean film on top of this lens. I'm like
if it just takes. I mean, the problem is where the studio also has an advantage is content is as far as like television, it's compartmentalized.
Mm-hmm.
Actors are actors. Writers are writers. Scene does
no cross-pollination.
Like they don't they're not like the studio puts all these people
together
after vetting all the things that need to be vetted. So there's no I think it's not easy to be like, oh, I build sets. That's my brother, and my other brother does screenplays, and my other brother is an actor, and my other brother is a key grip, and my other guy there's although there are independent studios that could probably listen, would you like to, broadcast this television show on YouTube or whatever?
Right.
And it just takes a couple people to be like, wait a minute, why are we chasing the dinosaur when we can go to the Jetsons and do our own thing?
I say for like myself, I was like, well, I could do this and that, or we could just figure out how to do this podcast it ourselves. Like, we could just figure it out ourselves. Like, here's enough tools now to figure out how to do it. And I understand that not everybody wants to do it, but you should at least call us here 248-818-8538 to get your stuff done.
We will produce your very own Christmas movie. What's stopping you? That's Damon's dream right there. I'm talking about it. You don't see the charm in some homemade crappy ass Christmas movie.
I would love to shoot a Christmas movie downtown Rochester, a Christmas house.
Yeah.
Oh,
it wouldn't be that hard to do. And I feel like people don't care that much about the studio quality versus the
hokiness of it.
The hokiness and the talent, right? If people really, really like, what's her face from Full House, then they're gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's like, baby, she like, wait a minute, I got an afterlife in this. So that a challenge for me to do a Christmas movie this year?
No, this is the last thing you and I need to do.
Look at my face. How long would it take to make? Maybe a day or so?
I like your part's the easy part. You get to it's like you get a coloring book and you get to color all the beautiful things that you want to do. My part is Damon's gonna come up with all the hokey, kitschy meet cutes. I'm a busy woman who owns her own parade factory,
and I had to go home to whatever.
You get to have this is your dream come true, while I have to figure out how to make a movie on the fly.
Santa has to have elves. They like this. We making all the damn toys. No, you doing is dropping them off.
I think the hardest part, honestly, would just be the sound. That'd probably be the hardest part. I'd have to get I'd have to rent a whole sound thing. That'd probably be the hardest part about it.
You know what? Don't look at me already thinking like this.
Also, because again, obviously, the technical part about making a movie is very hard. Also, I would need to be paid a lot of money. So whoever is doing this Christmas movie, it's going to be Christmas for me too. Right, you know what I'm saying?
Hello, staff. We have no budget for your acting, but I'll give you rights to the streaming. See, there we go.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. Well, no, I gotta get paid. It's not gonna be one of those things where it's if you make money, I make money. That's not how my business model works.
No, talk to the actors. I have no budget for the actors, but you get a piece of the streaming. So that's where we are. I forgot. Oh, I'm gonna get y'all out of here on time, though. I am. We just that hit home for us. For the purchase experts, thank you everybody for all the shout outs. We are going to still do the website launch, of course. Sean did not feel good. So yeah, it was the whole thing. And he feels much better now. He's already back to work. So we will be doing the launch. I should have the date by Friday of when the launch is going to be. It's still going to be at the Jolly Pumpkin in Royal Oak. Probably still at the same time, 6 to 8. It'll be one of these October Wednesdays or Thursdays. We were trying to shoot for. Where's my horns at? Where are we at? I can't get it. Wait. Oh, here we go. My birthday is October 18th. So listen, I'm rooting for the 18th. So, just birthday party, website launch party, all in one. It's Wine Wednesday. It's all that takes care of so much all in one. Trip just gonna have a camera on the top of the door, like this all you're getting. That's it. So yeah, thank you. So when the new registration comes out, I'm gonna be sure. I gotta do a lot of emails, a lot of calling, a lot of texting. So that everybody knows for sure. You'll for sure know the date as soon as I know. As soon as I know it, you'll know. So that'll be coming Friday. I'm gonna remind the team Thursday night, like, hey, don't forget we need a date for the new launch for Friday that everybody agrees to, and I will be handcuffing people to the chair, like sit here and smile and shake hands and kiss baby. So that is coming Friday. Hopefully I'll have the date so I can get that all posted out. For Damon Inc. Now listen and listen well. We are coming we're into the last quarter of the year, and it is not too late for you to get your podcast done. It is not. What better way to push your product, push your services than with weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, I don't know, whatever floats your boat podcast, because it's instant and relatable content that you can then have us post. We can give it to you. You post it. We can, edit it for you, chop that up. So, you can have that. But I think for people who are dipping their toe into social media, podcasting for sure is the way to go. And the biggest probably pain point I get for people when I mention podcasting, but I don't like what I look on. I don't like what I look like on camera. I said, did you go to Kroger this week? You on camera? Like, I know I'm chubby. Like, listen, this.
Oh God, you hit a nerve.
Like,
I probably have said this every time it's come up, but let me say this to be so clear. When you say you don't like how you look on camera, this is what I want to say to you. So what? And comma, what does that have to do with anything?
Anything.
Question mark. Honestly, you don't like how you look on camera. Okay. Now, okay. I get that there could be some extreme examples where it's like,
but nobody have an alligator growing out of their head. Like,
there's some extreme examples. But I'll tell you, like anybody that does, like if you are going into this going like, I really want to start marketing myself, get myself out there. Anyone that has done it and is successful, I'm gonna guarantee you from working with them, but ask anyone that does it as well. I guarantee you all of them have videos and pictures of themselves that A, they don't like, B, have never seen.
Yep. One day
there's stuff of Damon out there he's never seen.
Never seen.
Just today, Damon's like, oh, there's a picture. I don't even have that. This is all today. There's stuff of Q she ain't never seen. There's stuff of Joe he ain't never seen. There's stuff I posted of Joe where I was like, hey man, it's okay if I posted. He's like, doesn't matter to me, just as long as people are talking about me.
All publicity is good publicity. Like, listen,
it's publicity, and like I get that there are some extreme examples where maybe like,
oh, I fell down the steps, or oh boy, I have my shirt on backwards, or
there's cocaine residue under your nose and blood's coming out.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
But I love that. But at the end of the day, like ooh, I don't like how I look in that photo and on like video. I'm gonna say it to you super clear. It's amateur hour. It's open mic night. It's so irrelevant.
Like that's the weakest excuse.
If people know it's you and they see you're doing and you're on brand and you're doing the things you're supposed to be doing, you're out in the field and they see you often, that's the only thing that matters.
That's it. Because
you not liking how you look in something has fucking nothing to do with anything. So with my clients, granted, I do videography for a living. And when they say that to me, that I'm going to be honest with you, that's what, when you say, I don't like how I look in that, that's the first thing in my head. My thought is like, what? Okay. So what? I want to be like, I want to talk about like context things where it's like, this is what I want my brand to look like, or this is if you said, I don't think the video is making a strong enough point about my value proposition, or it's not hitting sharp enough about my price points or whatever you're trying to sell. Okay. Now we're talking. But like when you say I don't like how I look, okay. So what? That's what you look. I mean, what do you think happened? Do you think the camera found an AI version of you on the internet, downloaded it, and made it look weird as a joke? That's what you look like.
I don't understand that. I'm like, listen, you think your spouse don't know what you look like, and your kids, and your job, and I look at people and I'm like, well, do you think you ugly or something? I'm like, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I've seen some people who maybe not be your cup of tea, but they always have a spouse. You be looking like, let me tell you something my mama used to say, baby, it's somebody for everybody. Be like, wait a minute, what? Yeah, you get up, you take a shower, you brush your teeth, you spray some cologne, and you shake your clothes out, and if they're clean, you just go. And sometimes you put your best foot forward and straighten that back up and present yourself and just go. I'm like, listen, you have to start somewhere. I wish that I was selling like one of the like $20 products or something. Oh my God, if I was selling like popcorn or something for the holiday, I'll be like, Damon, can I come on and do a quick show and plug my, yeah, girl, come on, let's do your show. Like I look at people and I'll be like, you need to do a podcast and say, hey, I got a special going on all this week for Michigan versus Michigan State t-shirts. I don't know anything. I just don't get it, because I see the same people posting over and over on social. I haven't seen anybody, you know what I mean? How you know who you gonna see. I haven't seen anybody where it's like, that are like, oh, this is fantastic, or it's the same folks. That's why the platforms are so comfortable. It hasn't been a platform shakeup in a while, because it is work to post. Now I'm not gonna be like, oh, you could just do your video and go home. Well, you hire us, you can. But it's work in this. You have to come and have a little bit of personality, and we'll feed you some lines and you go. But I think, especially for end of the year, holiday season coming, we're coming into in Michigan, we celebrate these Halloween, Thanksgiving, homecomings, Christmas, New Year. These are some very, very can be some very profitable holidays for you guys who have businesses and services that people need. And it just always amazes me. Sometimes I talk to potential clients, and I'm like, oh, well, let me see your page. Not even your website. Like, I'm not a big website guy. I'm like, oh, well, let me see your Facebook page. Oh, I really don't use it. Well, shit, if you're not using it, they not I'm like, I don't use my business Facebook page because I use the Damon Johnson page. But one of those pages, you got to be active doing something. Or like, do you have a radio ad I don't know about? Or are you knocking on doors? Are you passing out flyers? Are you at your 3,000 member job doing like? I don't know. But yeah, for Damon Inc., message me 248-818-8538. Let's get you in the studio. Let's get going. So you can make some money for the end of the year, because listen, I was watching the news the other day and they said, oh, DTE is going up. Going up to what? Like, how? How? So, once DTE goes up, consumers, its evil twin brother goes up. It's like, what? No. So everybody needs a little extra check because these are expensive months and I'm trying to help you. And yeah, I don't know. But the people who get it, get it.
Oh, wow, I didn't even see Carl was here.
Yeah.
For some reason, not showing up in the StreamYard
Yeah,
comments.
it's weird. StreamYard, y'all better come on if y'all get the boot. Because usually he pops up, it pops up on StreamYard and then
howdy, Carl.
I see it. What's going on, partner? Buyers and sellers. Here we are. People are still like, what a rates this. And I said, if y'all don't turn that damn news off, the news will have you where you won't leave your house and just be ordering DoorDash all day and let that be that. You have to live your life, pray. If that's your thing, be positive and go. You cannot live your life based on our news will have you not doing anything. If you want a new house, let's get you a house. If you want to sell your house, sell your house. I don't know what I think we sold Trip House his house closed the day or so before Thanksgiving. I sold a house that closed New Year's Eve. You can't look at, I'm gonna wait till after the new year, or I'm gonna wait till the market. The market is never gonna be right. The market is only right for you. You have to go by your own. Does your family need? Do you need all these rooms anymore? Do you need more room? Do you have 3 kids now instead of 1? Are you an empty nester? Do you want to sell your Airbnb? Do you want to buy Airbnb? There is no purpose when people say, I'm waiting on the rates. I'm like, what channel was you watching? You was at the United Wholesale Mortgage meeting, shameless plug. You was at the United Wholesale Mortgage meeting this morning. You a LO or account executive, right? Like, that's why when I watch the news some days, I'm like, ooh, if y'all don't stop, y'all have no business telling people when to do stuff. You are not in that field, like, at all. You are reading off of a piece of paper. Cut it out. Because I always ask people, what's the interest rate on your insurance payment? What's the interest rate on your charge card? They're like, I like, right, me neither. I don't know either. You just have to do what's right for you. If you want to wait because you want to wait, great. But don't use the same excuses that you're just hearing because you want to wait. Because even when the rates come down, the house prices are not coming down. This is where they should have been at a year or so ago. But COVID happened and it kind of threw everything off. And while COVID was going on, we were begging y'all to buy a house at the 3%, 2%. And y'all like, I'm waiting on the market to crash. You forgot what country you live in? That good old, if this market crash, they're going to throw y'all out your houses. Do know they are not letting that market crash. So I'm just, I'm working with a couple buyers now, and we have not talked about rates because that is not my thing. We talk about, what works for you. I always say, call your LO. You tell them, what they can see, what they can do, what's feasible for you. And that's the best advice I can give you. Because everybody's situation is different. Everybody's work history is different. Credit score is different. Savings, your day-to-day spending is different. So it's a lot of factors that go in to buying a home, not just, the rate is 6% or 2% or, whatever. The rate could be 2%, but you have no down payment. So then what? You spend all the money trying to get it, or you just refi. I don't know. You do what's best for you. But if you need it, I'm 248-818-853. Are you ready to get started? Let me know. I always say I'm not working over the winter, and I think this winter I'm gonna try to hold. You quit shaking your head over there.
This guy is making a Christmas movie.
Right. I'm gonna be
the hardest winter yet.
I'm gonna be in Frankenmuth. It's gonna be a blizzard. I'm like, we done got stuck at Frankenmuth to give me some chicken while I'm there. When we stuck in Frankenmuth trying to shoot this damn movie, and I gotta show a house. It happens. Networking. Now listen. I know Trip is gonna chime into this because he goes to enough of these with me and with his other clients. who should remain nameless. Um, I observe a lot when I'm at the networking events. I try to socialize as much as I can. I go to the networking events and I try to use the rule of three conversations, 3 good contacts. I know good is subjective. There were 3 people that I don't know, which is hard sometimes if it depends on the networking event. And I try to leave there with 3 pieces of information that could help one of my clients. Sometimes I don't get all 3. Sometimes I may leave with 1. Sometimes I leave with none. It just depends on the event. Some events are organized better than others. Some are too long for my liking. Some are too short. Some are confusing. Some you play games at, and you like, Lord, it's a damn baby shower. And some the food is great. You just never. It's like a network events are like a box of chocolates. You don't know what the hell you may walk into sometimes. You like, I've been to some, me and Chip were at an event that should remain nameless. Do you remember we were there and it was so damn cold? We were like, it was warmer outside than inside. I said, I'm freezing. We gotta go. The speakers were special. And it was cold, and it was a type of cold where you can't warm up. I was just, we left at lunch. I was like, I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, ooh, this can't be it. It was
well,
not.
I think because I've been to so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like I feel like I've been called. It's my calling.
So call and preach
because they've been so bad. Because first, the majority of them, like 90% of them, is somebody talking. One person talking for like
an hour,
right? It's a networking event. Is it? Because we're watching this person talk for an hour. So it's hard pressed for me to call that a networking event. You'd be better called like a sales presentation by this one person. And I would say that even the person that's giving the 1 hour dissertation, which let me turn the lights on for you, Paul. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear anybody talk for an hour.
We got a 5-minute attention
span. It's not helping your business. What would help your business is a true networking event where you are in social circles, talking to people, working the room, moving around the room. So you talking at a bunch of people and wearing their mental fortitude down over an hour to the point where they don't even want to know anything else about you. They just want to run and hide and go to sleep.
Get me out of here.
So I of the impression that a networking event should be an actual social gathering where it's easy, like a party. Think of it like a good party. Not one of those like house parties that you had when you're wearing togas and there's loud music, but like, your older 30 sophisticated dinner parties where you're actually meeting people, talking about and learning about them, making new friends and whatnot. This is what you should do for a networking event. You should have little social gatherings where people can easily talk to each other and find out what they do for businesses. But here's the thing that I'm also noticing at these networking events. It's not a party.
It's like a funeral.
No. What I mean is you don't go there for the food and the drinks. You go there, you're working.
They think it's they
you're
go
working.
For food. They go for food.
They think it's a part. They think it's a party. It's not a party. Because what I'm finding out is it's like, listen, like I just see people just kind of sitting in their chair, watching the room. I'm like, get up, and talk to people, and sell yourself. I'm not saying aggressively sell yourself,
elevator pitch
but if people don't know what you do at a networking party, why did you go? If you're just sitting around, you're like, no. If you think somebody's gonna like come up to you and beg to know about your stuff, they're not.
They're not.
But what does happen at networking events, and I see it all the time. People will say things like, I'm a graphic designer. And people will like, holy shit, I need a graphic designer. What luck. And that's only because people are out there talking about it. So it's not a party. You don't get to those other parties where like the boys are standing on one side of the gymnasium, girls standing on the other. You got to get out there and you got to mingle. And that's the thing that I also see wrong with these things. Like you're not working, but you have to work. You have to go up to people and say, "Hey, what's up? My name is Trip. What do you do?" And they'll talk about, I'm like, "Oh, I do videography." And it is like they equate it to like speed dating. You'll find out who your matches are.
Yeah.
And you'll figure out who can help. I think a lot of these things can be very symbiotic. You can help them, they can help you. But I'm going to these networking events, it's always like one person, two person talking for
Taking
a
over the
long
whole
time. It kills the entire vibe. People are tired. They don't want to be there anymore. Versus what if you just made it a light, fun thing where people are kind of talking to each other, getting a sense, give people an incentive to talk to each other and not just have to sit to this long presentation and they're rewarded with a Subway sandwich for making it through.
You know what I'm gonna throw, and then this is one of my pet peeves about it. Well, not a peeve, but a pain point. Why do you go and talk to the people you already know?
Yeah, again, you socializing with your friends the entire time. Again, it's not a party. You're working. Go talk to new people.
And then people are like, "Well, Damon, how do you know everybody?" Girl, you got to go up and meet people. You can't just sit there. Because Carl said make everybody play card. Oh, well, it's not the StreamYard. Y'all are fired today at StreamYard, Siri. He said play cards against humanity to loosen everybody up. Because listen.
Yeah, yes. Any kind of social dynamic that, gets people talking to each other is an absolute must.
Like, come on, because, and then sometimes, the whole thing needs a revamp. I go to so many because I have to. And sometimes I speak at them and I'm like this. I'm tired of hearing my own self talk. Nah, shit. I need to go do something. Like Trip and I worked on cutting mine down. I do have a long presentation, but I've been 9 times out of 10, everybody, you get the shorter version now. I think the shorter one works better because it
1,000% does. At the end of the day, maybe I'm just like different, but like it's kind of like are we gonna do this or not with me? Where it's like I've zero, like, and again, I have zero interest in people like just complimenting me, like, oh my god, so great. Like to me, it's like if you want to get videos done, I shoot videos, and there'll be times where I'd be like, I feel like when I start talking to people, as you know, and as you've seen, I'm like, hey, follow my Instagram, like, you have a business card, which I feel like, and I notoriously have said on this show, fuck your business card. But I feel like
t-shirt.
I feel like it's almost like the business card's like I'll call you later.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are we even playing this game?
Why play this game? Follow me on Instagram right now.
To me, it's like if you legitimately want to work together, follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you back. That way we can kind of see each other, get a feel for what we each other are about, see if we're a right match versus this 15-minute conversation.
Instagram is TRIPP audio visual. Damon, mine is DJ Realty Solutions. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram. God damn it.
It's easy. It's easy peasy.
I'm giving all these gems. But to me, like, if people are like, but there's been times I've seen people like, oh, I don't want to do all that. Then it's like, okay, then what are we doing?
What are we doing? Like, I do social media. Like, what do you?
Again, this is a networking event. Like, we're working. We are working with nets.
You have to work. I know. I know I'm not going to so many next year. I have done a lot of them this year. Ooh, I'm trying to think. Ooh. Hey, can I say this on here while I'm here?
It's your show, Damon.
Oh, yeah. I forget. This show was brought to you by the Purchase Experts. I'm trying to think. Let me think really hard here. I haven't got one piece of business from a networking event this year.
Damn.
You help me out.
I've gotten some.
You know my business too. I've got a couple looky-loos.
Yeah.
But no, like, bam. And so I don't know if it's me, them. So
I think it's because your business is harder to understand than my business.
Yeah.
My business, they think my business is part of your business.
Right.
They're two different businesses.
I think I'm going to just start playing my highlight video. Like, you want this? Call me. I think that's what I'm going to start doing. Like
a social media account manager, they don't understand. It's like an easy thing to understand.
They're like, we ain't got no social media. I'm like, oh, shit.
Versus me, where I'm like, I have this expensive camera. I can shoot stuff that you want to make with this expensive camera and give it to you. And they're like, oh yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, yeah. So I'll probably get a new highlight reel done, a wink. People like, who doing that?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Be like, here we go. I'll get another highlight reel done. You either getting reel A or reel 1A. And here you are, and this is what I do. And
you know, it's actually criminal, but we don't have a video that does that, and we should.
Well, see, that's why this is
why we figure these things out. You need to have a 60-second reel of like what it is exactly that you do, but it needs to be, and a lot of people struggle with this, it needs to be concise and understandable.
Yeah, I think we can pull it off.
Well, yeah, of course.
We can pull it off. We've pulled off some doozies where it's like, I can't believe that came out. Like, here we go. Now we're saving probably the most controversial for last. I'm so disappointed. Not disappointed. This is like this is a combination of my age, my love of football, and just I love, you know how I think I'm the cat's meow on social. Why not? I am Damon Inc. and DJ Realty on social. So here we are. The NFL, y'all know that girl, that lady was at that the Swifties were at the Chiefs game. Was that Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. I don't know what, Sunday or Monday. This week has been a blur. I apologize on behalf of, I need some sleep. And I get it that they have a following. You know, even Gary has mentioned her, like, yeah, here we go. But Gary talked to her a long time ago and how she does with her brand. Like, I get it. Like, the girl has a brand like no other. I'm just managing her social. So, girl, call me too. I'm just kidding. I thought it would be like, hey, they're dating. Here we go. They won the game. Y'all have took this to another level. And some people say you hating. A couple of sites that I follow religiously were like, what do you think? And I'm like, what the fuck you mean, what do I think? We are in the midst of an economic meltdown. People are paying $2,000 for a 800 square foot apartment with 3 kids and student loan payments coming back up, and your car need tires or tune up. And I don't give a damn who Billy Sims was dating. I don't think we knew. If you would have asked me who any of the Lions were dating, I would be like, I didn't care. Did we win? How many points did we get beat by? I get it. We have become so, and I'll do you one better. I know I love Gary like no other. I didn't care about Gary's new girlfriend, really. That's his business. So you can't be like, Damon, you in the business, but no. I don't know when the new piece of content coming out. If he gives me a shout out, did he give me a retweet? Yes, that's all I'm worried about. What does Gary V mean to DJ Realty Solutions? Not who he's dating. I really did that. That's none of my business. It really isn't. I just could not believe that the NFL, with all its issues, racial, economic, everything that they have the power to do within their grasp, put this girl as part of their logo. I said, I know you are fucking lying. I remember as a school teacher, they came out to do the play 60 at our, they was in the Pioneer Silverdome was there. Oh God, it was me. I taught 3rd or 4th grade, whatever grade I was teaching, and I thought it was great. And the first thing the teacher said, why can't they do this once a month? I was like, ooh, why y'all looking at me? I don't know none of these people. But I always think that if you think about every city that the NFL is in, I don't think it should be any bumpy roads, any, not shenanigans going on, but you know what I mean? That thing generate a lot of money. And did you know they don't pay a lot of taxes? Did y'all know that? These cities that we live in help support these stadiums, and like the studio heads, the owners. I was so disappointed in America. And my social media people like, you mean to tell me the actors are on strike fighting for their motherfucking life? And we worried about, is this girl sitting next to this boy mama and that they walked into the stadium together? I turned the damn TV off. I said, get this shit out of here. But you got retired NFL players who can barely walk from getting the CTE, brain damage, and no retirement. And we worried. I said, we be worried about the wrong. My mom used to say, we all be worried about the wrong shit sometimes. And don't jump on me. I've been blessed and highly favored. Like, I thank you, Jesus. But we have got to reprioritize sometimes. Sometimes it's not about the social media and this and that. I give back a lot. I just don't say it all the time. I don't promote when I give back. I didn't care who, nothing against Taylor and what's his name? Travis Kelce. I don't care in a good way. Like, I wish them all the success and happiness in the world. But, and you know, like, I've said stuff about the Lions. I emailed them one time, why don't y'all follow back y'all season ticket holders on these platforms? Y'all don't have the fan base. Your fan base is my age. These young kids don't care about football how we care about football. Here come Uncle Trip.
I'll just say that. I mean, Carl's got the sentence there.
Oh, let's see.
Society has its priorities asked backwards.
They more worried about Swift. They ought to be worried about handing out more school scholarships for.
But that's on us.
Listen,
like we're the ones. We're the ones that are excited about Taylor's boy. We're so weird. We care about her boyfriends, but not other people. Like,
but
we don't care about
your boyfriend ain't been home in 2 days.
Well, just I don't know. I'll say this, and it just came to my mind just now. Like, I don't know what the obsession about Taylor's dating life is. It seems like they're really hyper focused about who's she dating now and she dating too many people.
Still dating Nick Jonas, so you know how much the loop I am. I was like, who?
I don't know why like she gets such an interest in all of that. It's weird. I think it's weird for y'all. I'm talking to y'all who care about this sort of thing, about who Taylor dates. It's weird. And I don't know why we care about it so much.
I took it more on the political me against the machine. Now listen, their school teacher background, why these schools still have lunch balances? Why does any school have a lunch balance? I've seen kids who didn't eat because they was like, oh, Mr. Johnson, I was scared to ask you for $1 for lunch because I asked you the other day. Because you do know even the free lunch kids, if they don't turn their paperwork in, they don't eat that day. They get they eat, but it's not like the lunch. That's how it used to be. And we used to be like, why you got this? They said they gave us the discount lunch today. I said, what's the discount lunch? Like, just things would just be, I didn't know about. I think that it should be criminal that any major sports team in any city have a school district within there, 50 miles of them, where kids aren't eating a school lunch for free. Not when you don't turn your paperwork in. It should be free.
Or even more correlative, if that's a word. Google check me.
We're making them up now. Come on.
I don't know this. I'm not someone who's well researched in this area, but like, what should happen? Every single NFL player should have like AAA plus health medical stuff for the rest of their lives.
My God. Do you know we walked on when Silverstone was there, onto that floor? It's concrete. That turf is plastic, and you falling on concrete. I don't know how many pads you have on. They said that's how Aaron Rodgers is. That's how he snapped his ankle. It's not real grass. You slip.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Like, listen, there's a lot of debates about
how
ethical. But the problem, here's my thing: is it's like, yes, 100%, they're exploiting these athletes' bodies.
Oh yeah,
but also you have to note that athletes, they want this.
Oh,
but they want to compete. They want to do this.
How much could insurance be? And let's say the team. Let's say I have
that's I saw that, Carl. That's bullshit. That's what I'm saying. It's all bullshit. It's just like, this is all full circle with the studios. Like, listen, if you are making $100 million as a CEO, and I'm sorry, these guys are billionaires. These NFL owners are billionaires. Like, give me a fucking break. And at the end of the day, listen, like, I believe myself that like there's just a type of person out there that wants to be a gladiator, that wants to go out, hit people, get hit, get bloody, get hurt, live in the thrill of it. Like, they want that.
But when it's over, you shouldn't be like, oh hell, I don't know what I'm gonna do for my health insurance.
To say like these guys are like our true victims, I don't think I necessarily take that point. I don't think it's like that kind of evil. I think what the true evil is like, okay, we are a modern society. We have the money to repay these gladiators in kind, in perpetuity. Like if you join the NFL,
lifetime insurance,
we will give you. And then let's not be all tongue in cheek about, oh, are concussions a thing that really happened here, and are we killing people? Like, you are. Like,
you are.
You need to just own up to it. Like, this is, we need to. Here's the thing about us as a society. We're very good about lying to ourselves and sweeping things under the covers, right? Like, oh, there's nothing to see here. These athletes, they're not dying for my entertainment. They are, and you're enjoying it, and you're just turning a blind eye to it. I think just everyone needs to wake up that like, all right, this is the way of the world.
And what's also so scary about football, 35 is it? 30, well, 30, 33, mid 30s is it. It's not like it's not like baseball. You just keep going. The mid 30s is really it for football because you can't. Your body
I actually don't. I don't know what happened to Junior. I know who Junior Seau is, but I don't know the details. But is it something the fact that they just did not like give him any money for like some ongoing? Like, at the end of the day, I gotta say that I think these guys know what they're signing up for, but it'd be very good PR to be like, listen,
we're gonna take care of you.
We're gonna take care of you no matter what.
And even I don't care if they get it wrong the first couple tries with the insurance and the healthcare. Just give it to them. It's only so many guys on the team. It's not like you buy a million healthcare coverages packages. Think about it. The team is made of what, 50 people?
I'm just saying it's
50 players.
I don't know. I feel like that it's gonna haunt them. There's gonna be a day where this whole thing is gonna kind of blow up.
The house of cards is gonna come down.
It's hard to say though. I mean, people love. Well, I don't know. I'm not in touch enough. Like, but because I know
Aaron Rodgers was out. They was like this.
Well, the funny thing is I'm not entirely sure, and I don't have. Again, I don't like saying things I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to say I don't know, but I do know like more and more of my young friends. And when we were doing some shows, like they even know who was playing in the Super Bowl.
No, they know the NFL is geared to 35.
So it's like not, I don't know how future proof it is and what they got to do, but again, I don't know. Like, but also in like the South, like apparently still high school football is like rules. Is like
rules.
It's humongous, so it's kind of hard to say like
the NFL is out of date with the younger demographic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. To me, that's the gut feeling I get, but I don't know for sure.
It's weird. I just wish we would all do better. But that was my thing on NFL. I love watching football, but baby, I think that the first time I usually like the after comments for the game. I said, what? Who? I mean, you would have thought Jesus Christ himself had entered the stadium. I was like, what? I couldn't find a remote fast enough, y'all.
You signed up for football, not The Bachelor, is what you're saying.
And on that note,
although if it were me, I would rather watch The Bachelor. There you go.
I was like, goodness gracious. We was like watching their first date. I was like, well, this is. I came to see the game, and I don't know. It was a bit much. I know we all have opinions. It was a bit much for an older football fan who stayed up past his bedtime trying to watch. It was a bit much in the way of how it was handled to me. But thank you guys for another event for Wine Wednesday. Be on the lookout. Carlson, right? The Bachelor has better drama, don't it? I like that Bachelor in Paradise. They really be going through it. That's what I'm gonna get caught up on this winter. My Bachelors. Thanks, Trip, for getting me started watching that trash. Please, none of these people sue me. I do not own. Management does not condone the right anything that was spoken here today. But yeah, when the party announcement comes out for the website launch, I'm just gonna put it out there like bam, boop. This is the date. You'll start getting emails or texts and all that good stuff, so you'll know exactly when the date is. It's gonna be in October because I don't want to, stretch that out too far. I know we're all getting ready to get busy. But thank you guys so much. I'm going to watch my regular shows tonight and get some rest. Work on a little bit of social media, just a smidge. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm at DJ Realty Solutions. Make sure you follow Trip. Here's Trip Audio Visual. What happened? I missed something.
It's funny. Susie said the Instagram handle came up.
See, they listen. Look at Big Brother listening. Make sure you follow Trippy, the TRIPP Audio Visual on.
Just like D-Rock.
Right. Oh, that's a whole nother show. Is this gonna be a 2-hour show?
When you said it like D-Rock at the cheesecake, not the Cheesecake Factory, but the cheesecake restaurant.
You know what's so funny? I looked at that picture today.
Really?
We gotta go back. I'm ready to go back to New York. I know. Trip like this. Damn. It's time. It's been what, 2 years?
I'm sure it's longer than that.
It's been 3. It's 2000. It's been 3.
It was like your birthday
2020.
Yeah. Real COVID times.
But it was end day.
Oh
it was
my God.
Game.
There was a whole thing to get in there.
Remember the guy was like,
way to do like the little checklist thing.
He was like, you got a bunk bed, bitch. I'm not. No. I was like, have you seen me? Remember walking in that room and we were like, you said, where the closet at? I said, we in it.
We are in the closet. But as I've said many times on record, I don't give a fuck about my accommodations.
Like, I just was like, Trip is in the shower because it's see-through. It's like, what? The modesty curtain was gone. It was like,
it was fine. The Moxie was fine.
Yeah, we had remember. Yeah, well, that's a whole nother show, y'all. That's Throwback Thursday,
and they didn't give us a tour, so it was fine. I'm throwing all the gems out. The only reason I said is I told my brother about that Airbnb tour.
Oh my God.
And I was like, it was crazy.
I was like, is he really gone? Remember he wouldn't pull off?
It was crazy.
It was a bit different. I'm gonna let you guys go. Make sure you have a good evening. We're gonna pack up and take our own stuff home because it's getting darker earlier now. It gets dark at 5 o'clock. You guys have a good rest of your week. And as always, here's something that your open house will close soon. Bye, everybody.
Later.